Hello, it's me, R.R. Lee, and this is the Ignatiev Integrity. Hello, it's me, R.R. Lee, and this is the Ignatiev Integrity. Ignatiev. We're starting in Zaydan's compound because we need this disguise. It is the easiest way for us to get it. We could start as a snail chef instead and just choke out one of the security guards that is at the shoe shop, because that is where we are heading now. Because our target that needs to be emolulated. Yeah, I'm not going to try saying that a third time. You know what I mean. He is in the tunnel. So PTSD flashbacks from the last one that took 3 minutes to go through. He is in there. There are no cameras as of right now, so we can just run straight to where he is and burn him alive. And we have everything that we need to do so in our pocket. We have coins. And a gun. The gun also helps, but the coins is what is very important for this. Although they do have some on the counter in the shop that we could pick up if you'd want to bring something else. Because this works just fine. Just shooting it, and then throw a coin to get him to come over, and then when he gets close enough, we shoot it again to burn him alive. And that counts as an accident kill. We could throw a breach charge too. You could use a breach charge if you'd want to, because he's going to stand in the puddle while he tries to pick it up. It's just that if it bounces somewhere else, like when you throw it, if it just goes somewhere else, then he won't be standing in it when you go to blow it up. So just shoot it. Just shoot it. It's the easiest way to do this. Just shooting. And you may have seen that little exit sign that came up on the screen. We aren't going to be using that exit as of right now. We are going to use it in the future levels of this. Just not for this one, because there are people in the consulate that can see through this disguise. And it is imperative that we keep it, so I'm not gonna do this differently and cause confusion for the other ones, like, oh, this level gotta use this level gotta use that. I like to try and keep it all the same for all of the levels if possible, the same layout and all that. So for each one, we gotta take this very far away exit. Which is where we would start normally.
I salute you.
That guy's cleaning the table where we would be sitting, but yeah, right here is the exit. And that's level 1 done. Now for level 2, what's the complication again? Was it? I think it's the safe. Or is that 3? Nope, safe. We gotta break into the safe, that's why we have the lockpick. So same run back as before. Just gotta crouch down so that he doesn't recognize us. And we gotta run all the way back to the safe that's in the basement. It is even where that exit sign was when we were leaving before in the basement. That's where it is. So many people that are suspicious of us on the way over. There really isn't much to this escalation contract, by the way, other than constantly having to run through the basement, at least for the first few levels. Like half of the time that we're spending to do this is literally just running to where our target is. Like this map, it did grow on me some more after completing the last one. Since I don't have to do it again. It did grow on me some more, but having to run like a full minute in order to get somewhere, I just don't like that. I just don't like that. I prefer these smaller maps, or like the hotel where it's multiple floors, so that you can just constantly climb up and slide down pipes. Like, I prefer that. I prefer that over this, where we need to just be running forever in order to get somewhere. I prefer walkable cities. I would like a walkable city. That would be very lovely, but this is more of a jogging city. We have to run from point A to point B if we want to be anywhere on time. I know that this is modeled after a walkable city, but still, everything is still so far away. At least all of our objectives are. And I'm choking this guy out because if we let him walk by, he is going to have a conversation with the guy that is kneeling down, fiddling with a toolbox. Right there. And I don't want that to happen because sometimes he can look over to the side and see us breaking into that safe. So better just to give him some brain damage, deprive his brain of oxygen. I got stuck in the door. Better to cause someone else harm for my convenience. That is Agent 47's motto. I'm speaking on his behalf, of course. He doesn't say much. But I imagine that's what he's thinking. It is okay for that, so long as it is convenient for him. Why else would he put on other people's clothes? Because it's convenient. Convenient helps him get to where he's going. I wonder if this way is faster. I'm gonna take this way. I don't think it is though, because it's still a U shape that I have to make.
How's your father?
Doing well.
It's just in the other direction.
He's upstairs.
Probably takes just as long. Or maybe not. It might not. I'm not sure.
I'm very sorry.
I'm not sure. I won't be able to tell since we had to stop and do something else. Let's see, 3:31. So yeah, that took like an extra 20 or so seconds. And now the guy that we choked out has to be eliminated with a shotgun. So that guy that we choked out, he has to be killed with a shotgun, and the easiest way to do that would be to smuggle in a shotgun, because I think they have silenced options. Do they have silenced options for shotguns? I'm not sure, but we do have shotguns that we can bring, but I'm not going to do a pickup for it because there happens to be one right next to our immolation target. The guy that needs to be immolated, to be set ablaze, to turn into Gwen and link the first fire. He needs a shotgun. We need the shotgun. I'm sorry, we need the shotgun. And it's right next to his burning corpse. So same as before, except now we're going to be making some noise. And the rules for this game, at least that I've been able to figure out, as far as blocking loud noises like shooting a gun that isn't silenced or causing an explosion, you need at least 2 doors. You need 2 doors to be closed, or like 2 walls of difference in between you and whatever it is that you're blowing up or shooting. Otherwise, people around you are going to hear. We're going to shoot him, well, shoot his puddle, and take his gun. We're going to loot his corpse. I imagine this belonged to him. It was corpse adjacent. And is there anything special about doing this? Well, you choke him out just as before, except now the guy that is working, fiddling with the toolbox, we have to wait for him not to be looking in our direction before we drag his body off to the side, because there is a box that we can hide his body in, and also a room, very important, a room that we can do this in so that no one sees us doing this. He's right there fiddling with the toolbox. He was bending down to pick something up, so he shouldn't be looking in our direction. That's why I'm dragging him over here now. And I'm going to bring him in the room, and there's a cardboard box that surely won't leak any blood. See right there, a recycling box. That surely won't leak anything. So I'm going to shoot him, and I'm going to put him in the box. See, it's one of the hidden... It's one of the hidden things, conditions. One of the hidden conditions that show up after. And I'm trying to climb over this so I can leave, but it didn't want to accept my input, so we had to go around. And we're out. No camera to record us still, so we can leave. They're all gonna look around, but they're not gonna find his body. It won't leak anything. It's a waterproof cardboard box. Waterproof cardboard box. It didn't look like it was wax coated, but it must have had a trash bag on the inside of it since it's for recycling. Yeah, you know, we recycle many things, many petroleum-based products and pieces of paper. So it had to have had a bag. Maybe some aluminum cans as well. Perhaps a homeless guy inside of it, you know, counting all of the cans. He wasn't expecting that dead body to be dropped in there, but I'm sure that he was able to bring it to the junkyard and get a deposit for it. You know, with all the other dead bodies that you get in store, along with your 6-pack bottles of soda and 12-pack of cans. Now there are cameras. So we're going to be taking a different exit for this, because this is an issue. Time for another run. Gotta run all the way there. We can't just stand for that guy either, and I hate that, because he will follow us with his eyes. He won't turn his head. He will just follow us with his eyes, even if he's looking forward. If we keep the camera on him, then he'll turn his head. But if you look at him when you're doing this, like as we're running by, it will show that he's still getting suspicious of us, but he won't actually be looking at us, and that's the thing that bothers me about that. Great starting point. It's a great starting point, but all of the starting points are pretty much on the edges of the map, except for the Snail Chef.
Who'd you have to salute to get
Except for Snail Chef. And we can't start as Snail Chef for reasons that will become apparent later. Poor Snail Chef. No love for Snail Chef. We want to edge. We want to get on the very edge of this wall to shoot that out, because we cannot get recorded by a camera yet, or we will not have enough time to complete our objective. So I'm going to shoot that and toss a coin. And now we're going to shoot out the other camera. It's right there. That little piece above the second locker. That's what we need to shoot. He's going to go investigate and not get suspicious of us at all. Immolate. Take the shotgun. And we're going to get recorded by a camera. It is an eventuality of what is going to happen. It is just something that's going to happen. Because there's 3 of them down here in the basement. There's one above this staircase. See, right there. One against the door that we're going to leave out of, and one right there above the no smoking sign. It's an eventuality. It's going to happen. We can't just take them out. If we shoot the one that's above the no smoking sign, it gets all of them to stand up, and then we can't choke this guy out. So we're just going to get recorded and deal with it. And we got to make sure he's not looking. He's reaching over to get something. Okay, and then he went back to do what he was doing, so we can leave. We can drag this body a little bit further, just a little bit further, into this room over here. See, recorded by camera. That's the camera that's above the doorway that we need to leave out of. Cameras in this game have very long distance. And that one, please, into dig, and into the box. Recyclable box. I'm gonna drop the gun, don't need it anymore. I believe, even though we're already suspicious from doing that, like leaving the source of the gunshot, if we're holding a weapon, I think it fills up a little bit faster, so we don't want to have that on our person, because it is visible from how we pick it up. And luckily that guy was walking over there, so he wasn't already standing there, because if he would have been already standing there, then it probably would have filled up all the way, and we would have had to have waited or restarted, because there isn't a lot of time to do this, and he's coming over. We gotta wait for him to leave. Yeah, there was not any time to do this. If we would have had to wait for him to move, we would have had to restart, because we wouldn't have had enough time to clear the security footage. And we need to get over here fast. We need to get over here fast now, take out our gun, because that guy in this room is about to start, like, stand up and start walking. And if he does that, then he will see us shoot that. So, gotta be fast for that. And another plus of coming in here is that we can leave a little bit faster now. We can get the key for the car. We can get the key for the car, the consulate keys that's in this room over here. I almost forgot that I was able to go through doors, and I was going to wait for that guy to turn around and leave, but we can go through doors in this game. Isn't that amazing? We can open and close doors. I know my mind is just as blown as you are, and we're going to use these keys to open the car door and leave. And leave. It is a good exit. It's just that there are a lot of people that can see through our disguise. Just about every security guard in there can see through our disguise, so it's not a good idea when the run back is like a minute and a half to get to our first target. It's just not very palatable. It's not very enticing to do when we can just take the safe way and run all the way to the other side of the map to leave. And now we have to keep the one that we were wearing at the start. That's why we can't start as a snail chef. And for this, we just have to do the same thing that we did for level 4, which is not mess up. And that's it. Yeah, just not mess up. You know, the game is really short if we just play it in a way that we don't mess up. If we're right 100% of the time, then that means that we're right. We're right. Congratulations. We are. I'm including you. Let's see. What else we got? Is there anything special for this one? Anything else? I'm trying to think if there's anything difficult to do for this one. But this one is is pretty much a breath of fresh air compared to the last one. The last one was noxious gas from the sewer. So this one is really not that bad. It's just that half of your time, that you're going to be spending doing this is just running around.
What?
Because you don't really have a chance of getting discovered here. It's not until you get to the consulate parking lot where you have to drag his unconscious body into the next room so you can put him in the box and also shoot him with this shotgun that we just got. Like that's like half the run. Like that's half of your time. The most intense 2 minutes of this isn't until we get to the actual building where people can see through our disguise and ruin everything. So yeah, there really isn't much to say about this one other than just keep in mind where the NPCs are looking. That's really it. So long as you don't move into their field of view, like while you're going by in the building. Like this guy, I don't know when he's going to turn. So see, he just looked a little bit over to the side when he was turning, like moving his head around, jostling it to the left and right. So that's why I had to wait for that to finish. But so long as we keep an eye on where the NPCs are looking, this one's easy. It's easy because all we have to do is get to where the evidence is. All we have to do is shoot that out. And no, I can't believe I whiffed that, but in the box you go. Drop that. And you see they're getting a little bit suspicious of us, but like we're running away, so they're not going to get fully suspicious. It doesn't matter. There's nothing to worry about there. And in here, so long as we can get in the building, he's standing there. He's probably going to go somewhere else soon. Because I could see on the mini-map that he was already standing there, so he should be moving soon to walk to the left, right? Right? You're not gonna screw me, right? And make me look like an idiot? Okay, this is cutting it close. This is cutting it close. I thought that he was gonna walk to the left again, but he just walked to the left a little bit and then walked to the right. I remembered his cycle wrong. It didn't say suspicious on the screen. We are fine. And he walked over there. Great, great, fantastic. Another recycling box. I'll just stand next to that. No, no, oh no, no. I almost messed up. You see, we gotta look and see where they're looking. And I said this last time that he was going to stand up and walk across, and we had to wait for that. I almost shot him. I literally almost shot him. That's something that you don't want to do. You don't want to shoot the other NPCs that aren't targets. Okay, so long as they're a target and they don't see you, you can shoot them as many times as you want. But yeah, wait to shoot the box. So long as you're doing it the same way that I am, you'll have a good 5 seconds of wiggle room. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it's enough to aim your gun and shoot a shot. I'm doing this on console. If I can do this on a console and I have potato aim, I believe that you can as well. That is the picture for the Ignatiev Integrity. I cannot speak today. That's it, 5 stars. Silent Assassin. Again, this one is a breath of fresh air. Just a little bit of PTSD from having to run through the tunnels again. They really love the tunnels in this. There were other aspects of the map, but it's done, and I'm grateful for that. I'd like to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope that you'll enjoy the next one as well. Goodbye. Goodbye.